Good afternoon. Welcome to Live Lunch on this Friday. I'm Tracy Ross, and I'm pleased to welcome our guests. It's Melanie A. Davis and Fate McAfee. Welcome back.
Hello, thank you for having us.
I can barely hear you. It's not your fault, but just FYI, you're really, really low.
We'll figure it out.
There you go. So you've got a brand new record. Is the official release going to be tonight?
Yes.
So it's not even officially...
Well, it is out now, but the official
album
party. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And I
the monitors are real
can
good in
totally hear you now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's called Nostalgia. I know you want to get to playing it, but what does that mean?
Yeah, so I first heard of Noctalgia on a space.com blog post. And so a couple astronomers, and I'll mess up their names, so I won't even try to say, but two different astronomers decided to coin this term to describe the feeling of the stars disappearing due to climate change's effects on our visibility from Earth. So even though the stars aren't actually disappearing, there is this sort of, they call it sky grief, related to, the human effects on our ability to look at the stars. And I was thinking about how long humans have been connecting themselves to the stars and what a long and meaningful relationship that has been, and to think that one side, our side, was the one that made that relationship disappear, sort of translated that to the whole record.
That is a much more thoughtful response than I thought I was going to get. So thank you very much for
No
that.
problem.
You're going to play a lot of this record, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, what are you going to start with?
We're going to start with a tune that's pretty out of left field. So I got some advice from Fate, who I think got the advice from Bob Dylan. Yeah, Bob Dylan told Fate this when they were hanging out at Rudy's. If there's a song on a record that makes no sense on the record, just put it first and get it out of the way. So that's exactly what I did with the opening track. This is called People Are Dying to Get In Here, you know. I hope when I die they bury me next to the interstate overpass, neath the dandelions and the crabgrass. I wanna see where y'all are going after the show. Could you maybe prop my head up towards the riverbed? Keep that dirt nice and loose so I can pretend to tiptoe on spun sugar clouds swinging on the end of my rope. How cruel to die when they ran out of all the places to go. Lay me in the front row of Wildcat Ford, blame it on the city planner. He's sardonic and bored, eternal car show. And a moon every night, overpowered by the buzzing of the Walmart light. Sure, the engine might rattle my bones, but it rolled back the price. 'Cause whether sinner or saint, or claiming one that you ain't, we all gotta find a place to be. And if you are asking me, I hope when I die they bury me next to the interstate overpass, neath the dandelions and the crabgrass. I wanna see where y'all are going after the show. Could you maybe prop my head up towards the riverbed? Keep that dirt nice and loose so I can pretend to tiptoe on spun sugar clouds swinging on the end of my rope. How cruel to die when they ran out of all the places to go. Take you now, hiring sign, and bury it deep. Give the boss man my 2-week sign. Getting no sleep, I run a design that you'd rather not see. Could you paint a prettier picture? Could you not be so bleak? Make way for your replacement. I'll be part of our team. 'Cause whether sinner or saint, to claiming one that you ain't me, I gotta find a place to be. And if you are asking me, I hope when I die they bury me next to the interstate of a past, 'neath the dandelions and the crabgrass. I wanna see where all are going after the show. Could you maybe prop my head up towards the riverbed? Keep that dirt nice and loose so I can pretend to tiptoe on spun sugar clouds swinging on the end of my rope. How cruel to die when they ran out of all the good places to go.
I can see why you put that one first. Just get it out there, right?
Yeah.
All right. You're listening to Live Lunch. Melanie A. Davis and Fate McAfee are the guests, playing selections from the new record, Noctalgia. And before you explained it, I thought that was just kind of like a takeoff of nostalgia, but it's its
Right.
own thing, right?
Yep.
All right. What you got next?
We're going to do the title track. So this is about that whole idea, saying goodbye to the stars and wondering what they might be saying back to you. Did it get out of a trap? Just a swan dive right back. I feel you change, but here I am the same. Put it like that, the argument's flat. I never said I fits you, I just said that I was headed that way. And I said okay when I stared. Did you step back? Were you scared to fade to black and ending? You knew like the back of your hand, but you still used your fingers to cover your eyes again. If I played nice, would you think about changing your mind? 'Cause I saw you in my dreams and in the morning night. Remember how you seem, your eyes so clear and bright. What were you trying to tell me across the empty room? Offer me a better explanation of why you were gone so soon. Did it get inside my head again? Baby, was the problem here maybe that I wasted all my time putting aside my feelings of pride? I guess you never said you fits me, you just said that you were headed that way. And I said okay when I stared. Did you step back? Were you scared to fade to black and ending? You knew like the back of your hand, but you still used your fingers to cover your eyes again. If I play it nice, would you think about changing your mind? 'Cause I saw you in my dreams and in the morning light. Remember how you seem, your eyes so clear and bright. What were you trying to tell me across the empty room? Offer me a better explanation of why you were gone so soon.
I saw you in my dreams, and in the morning I remember how you seemed. Your eyes so clear and bright. What were you trying to tell me across the empty room? Offer me a better explanation of why you were gone so soon.
Oh, I love that one. That's so good.
Thank you.
You want to do one more before the break?
Sure. All right, this one's called Clowns. It is about being misled, and it's got a little Stephen Sondheim reference in there, too.
Skating on a white frozen lake, you ask me to join you, but just when I'm going to, I find it's too late. 'Cause you're out there sliding, gliding, pulling every pulse all down to your island, blinded to the path of destruction you're carrying along in your way. Climbing on up a mountainside, you know a shortcut would show me the way, but only in time. Maybe when I'm older, colder, maybe then you'd show me the boulder. Told her love is what your life could be, but she cannot hear me pushing up the boulder behind. Narcissus is hiding again. The farce of it is my only friend. Oh, the clowns are here. Send 'em in, send 'em in, send 'em in. Echo is waiting behind tattered wings. She's rehearsing a song that she will never sing. Oh, the clowns are here. Well, I wonder what jokes they will bring. Wading through highways of hot desert sand, mirages before you, crystalline and blue, shaped like a man. Before it sinks in, you're drinking every last drip of water. I'm blinking, thinking the air's getting hotter, but you feel a breeze from the wetness you kept in your hands. Narcissus is hiding again. The farce of it is my only friend. Oh, the clowns are here. Send 'em in, send 'em in, send 'em in. Echo's waiting behind tattered wings. She's rehearsing a song that she will never sing. Oh, the clowns are here. Well, I wonder what jokes they will bring. Narcissus is hiding again. The farce of it is my only friend. Oh, the clowns are here. Send 'em in, send 'em in, send 'em in. Echo is waiting behind tattered wings. She's rehearsing a song that she will never sing. Oh, the clowns are here. Well, I wonder what jokes they will bring.
Melanie A. Davis and Fate McAfee are our guests on Live Lunch, and we've got a lot more great music coming up right after this.
It's Friday, November 8th. The local listening area hosts a wide variety of Veterans Day events this weekend and on the official Monday holiday. Murray's Veterans Day Parade takes place tomorrow from the Court Square, down Main Street, and down 10th to Chestnut Park, starting at 10 a.m. Hopkinsville hosts a Veterans Day celebration tomorrow, also starting at 10 a.m. at the War Memorial Building on Virginia Street. Madisonville's 61st Annual Veterans Parade takes place on Sunday afternoon at 2 on Main Street. Paducah hosts a Veterans Day sunrise reveille at the Vietnam Veterans Monument Monday morning at 6:20, followed by a parade down 6th Street and Broadway towards the riverfront beginning at 11 a.m. There's more information about this and other local events on the community calendar at WKMS.org. Datebook is made possible by CFSB, proud to invest in its local community.
Support comes from the Murray State Division of Student Affairs, reminding the community that today is the National First Generation College Celebration Day, which gives colleges and universities across the U.S. an opportunity to spotlight first-generation college students and share a positive national story about their experiences and successes. Learn more at murraystate.edu/firstgeneration. Thanks also for support from Todd Hill and his orchestra, celebrating 43 years of music and entertainment. On New Year's Eve at Walker Hall in Paducah, Todd Hill and the 18-member orchestra perform live dance music from all eras, featuring vocalist Kayla Marie Little. Tickets are on sale now. Details are on Todd Hill Orchestra's Facebook page. You're hearing Live Lunch here on WKMS. I'm Tracy Ross, and our guests are Melanie A. Davis and Fate McAfee, playing songs from Melanie's new record, Nostalgia. So, how long were you writing this record?
So there are some really old ones on there. The penultimate track, Flowers, I actually wrote maybe back in 2013. I've been keeping a lot of them in the back pocket. And then there are other songs. I'm trying to think of the newest ones. I feel like maybe that was the Ursas. I have a Ursa Major and an Ursa Minor, and I wrote those this year.
I feel like you're probably already working on like your next two records, so it's kind of hard to know like where you are in the middle of this process.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what do you got for us next?
We're going to do the first single that we put out from this album. It's called Tinseltown. When I was a young girl, my mom and daddy took me to Tinseltown. Taught me to make the best of any situation. Turn it around and around and around. 'Cause no matter how hard you try, things could always get worse. Don't you dare, the sky up there to open. It's not fair, here's to hoping that the storm cloud you've selected is lighter than your neighbors next door. When you're in Tinseltown 2014. When I was still in school, a star by day, at night a fool in Tinseltown. Down a fifth, the couple skins, dark is where the hurt begins. So I pass it around and around and around. 'Cause no matter how hard I try, things always got worse. So I dared the sky up there open, standing bare and choking on the weight of your sureness, serving as a means
to an end. Because in Tinseltown you don't have any friends. My hands are sparkling from the plate glass in the front door. The second time we made it here this week. It's getting harder to remember what I'm here for. The more I see, the less I speak. How could I want better if this is all I know? In Tinseltown we paint our silver gold. In Tinseltown we paint our silver gold. Even the best intentions seem to find their way back to Tinseltown. Shows up a half mile past your latest misdirection, turning around and around and around. 'Cause no matter how hard you try, things could always get worse. Don't you dare the sky up there open. It's not fair, here's to hoping that the storm cloud you've selected is lighter than what you've had before. When you're in Tinseltown crying on the floor. My hands are sparkling from the plate glass in the front door. The second time we made it here this week. It's getting harder to remember what I'm here for. The more I see, oh, the less I speak. How could I want better if this is all I know? In Tinseltown we paint our silver gold. In Tinseltown we paint our silver gold. For those willing to wait, there exists an exit to Tinseltown. A secret fabled gate held open by each generation, passing and pushing it down and down to tell you how hard they tried to leave when it got worse. As the sky grinned wide and open, it's not fair, here's to hoping that the storm cloud you've selected is breaking up on the other side. Watching Tinseltown in the mirror shrink in size. Tinseltown, Tinseltown, Tinseltown. Tinseltown, Tinseltown, Tinseltown.
This is Melanie A. Davis and Fate McAfee on Live Lunch. Melanie, I know that you're writing songs, and a lot of times you're playing them like either just by yourself or with you and Fate, but you also play with the Madness. So when you're writing songs, are you kind of putting an ear to, can this work both ways?
The band would probably like it if I did that, but I really don't. I lucked out with the Madness, so the lineup that went on the road is what's on the album. And so we went all the way out to LA in our big old red van last June. And then 4th of July weekend, like we had 1 week in between tour and our session on the 4th of July. So we were really tight from the road, and Tom Davis on bass and Brian Moore on drums is just a pretty unstoppable rhythm section. They're crazy musicians, and so it just works out. They translate it into a full band arrangement really well.
Cool. Well, they sound good with just you and Fate. Really
Thanks.
good. So what do you got for us next?
We're gonna do another one that I had released as a single. This one's Ursa Major. It's one half of a sister song set. So Ursa Major is a love letter from the earth to the moon, and Ursa Minor, its relative song, is a breakup letter from the moon to the earth.
Got a good look at you to see you've changed. It's true, baby, yes, it's true. The color in your cheeks coming back these days. Was that from when I left you? It had been so long, wasn't sure I could pick you from a stranger in the neighborhood. Just another set of eyes staring down, still wishing I'd seen you around. Told me that the story makes it all worthwhile, the fire in the back of the cave. But I ripped out the wires of my domicile till I found the one that made me behave. But there in the light I came to find the flicker of the flame still on my mind. But you were nowhere to be found. Rumor had it that you had left town. Maybe seeing it could change things, and maybe it could not. It might be time to stop the chase and give it all we've got. And if us going our separate ways, you in the fog of a sticky haze was the last of you I'd see, would you look once more at me? Every time I look for you, more of you's gone, and I worry I am too. You told me that it's better if we just moved on, but I've got nowhere to move to. You said loving you was do or die. Carved out your message in rusty skies. You cried clear past the levee wall, and you cursed your truth in squalls. For every season there's a time I've heard, but a fear that has slept through mine. The edges of the frontier vague and blurred into camps and county lines. But there you remained, face still as a stone, letting that hurt sink deep in your bones as you swung all alone in the sky. Maybe seeing it could change things, and maybe it could not. It might be time to stop the chase and give it all we've got. And if us going our separate ways, you in the fog of a sticky haze was the last of you I'd see, would you look once more at me? Was the last of you I'd see, would you look once more at me?
Melanie A. Davis and Fate McAfee here on Live Lunch. We're hearing songs from the brand new record Nostalgia. Are we going to hear the other song in that duo, or is that not going to be played today?
You gotta
Gonna have to come out tonight.
That one, yeah.
All right. Let's do one more before we go into the break.
Cool. So while we were on tour, Fate and I were riding up front in the van, and he looked over at me and said, if you want to put Stars of Tucumcari on your album, you can. And so we had been playing it on tour too. And that was very gracious of Fate, and I love that song. If anyone listening doesn't know, Fate McAfee is a prolific songwriter in his own right. And he released an album. He doesn't have a microphone, so I can gas him up and he can't say anything about it. he released an album in 2019 called Diesel Palomino, and this is on that one. So this is Fates, Stars of Tucumcari.
Feeling just like a bench in the park, all broken down and hastily carved, with initials from a first true love and less deliberate scars. Stories from a summer when you began to find your own. The name of one forgiven and the name of moving on. I've yet to find another alphabet to live and prove for the persuasion of a magnet coming back now to you. Concocted, riding shotgun guns at doctor, hoping that a true love would come a knocking, coming back now to you, coming back now to you. No, I won't let it make me to my mind this time. No, I won't let it make me to my mind this time. The sun is high and hanging on the pavement, making waves. The afternoon unspoken for in a nameless and agile way. Do you remember how the stars hung in Tucumcari? You left a footprint on the windshield. Don't you dare say you are sorry. Don't you dare say you are sorry. Don't you dare. You left a footprint on the windshield in a nameless and agile way. No, I won't let it make me to my mind this time. No, I won't let it make me to my mind this time.
Goodness, I've heard that song dozens of times, and I've never heard it like that. That was amazing. And Fate, you owe us a record, buddy. I just want to put that out there. So, tell you what, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the final set right after this here on Live Lunch.
We'll hear Piedmont Blues in conversation with young guitarist Jontavius Willis from Merle, Georgia, and harmonica player Andrew Ali from Richmond, Virginia. Then it's a brass band from the streets of New Orleans, the Stooges, live in our studios, on American Roots from PRX. Listen to American Roots Saturday from 1 to 3 on Murray State's WKMS.
This week on Science Friday, why blood pressure readings are so inaccurate and what that could mean.
Studies have shown that you could overestimate your blood pressure by 5 to even 30 millimeters of mercury.
And a new winner in the prime numbers race, over 40 million digits.
A trillion is a decently big number, but that's only 13 digits long.
That's all on Science Friday from WNYC Studios.
That's Science Friday coming up at 1 on Murray State's WKMS.
Support comes from the Paducah Symphony Orchestra, presenting pictures at an exhibition at the Carson Center tomorrow evening at 7:30. Featuring Tracy Silverman on electric violin, the concert will include pieces from Mussorgsky, Hindemith, and Silverman himself. Tickets available now at paducahsymphony.org. And thanks for support from the USDA Forest Service, Land Between the Lakes, with activities for all ages, including hiking and outdoor learning. Visitors can get up close and personal with wildlife at the Nature Station, travel back in time to the 1850s at the home place, or catch a show among the stars at Golden Pond Planetarium. There's a schedule of programs at landbetweenthelakes.us. You're listening to Live Lunch here on WKMS. I'm Tracy Ross. We're hearing Melanie A. Davis and Fate McAfee in performance, playing songs from Melanie's new record, Noctalgia. What do you have for us next?
We're actually going to do one that is not on the record. We're going to do a John Prine tune. He put this one on his debut from 1971, and I think it still counts today. While digesting Reader's Digest at the back of a dirty bookstore, a plastic flag with gum on the back fell out on the floor. Well, I picked it up and I ran outside, slapped it on my window shield. And if I could see old Betsy Ross, I'd tell her how good I feel. But your flat decal won't get you into heaven anymore. They're already overcrowded from your dirty little wars. Now Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reasons for, and your flat decal won't get you into heaven anymore. Well, I went to the bank this morning, and the cashier said to me, if you join our Christmas club, we'll give you 10 of them flags for free. Well, I didn't mess around a bit. I took him up on what he said, and I stuck those stickers all over my car, one on my wife's forehead. But your flat decal won't get you into heaven anymore. They're already overcrowded from your dirty little wars. Now Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reasons for, and your flat decal won't get you into heaven anymore. Well, I got my window shield so filled with flags that I could hardly see, and I ran my car upside a curb and right into a tree. By the time they got the doctor down, I was already dead, and I'll never understand why the man standing at the pearly gates said, well,
Your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. We're already overcrowded from all your dirty little wars. And now Jesus, he don't like killing, no matter what the reason's for. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore.
A classic John Prine cover here on Live Lunch. Isn't it funny how you write a great song and decades later it sounds like you wrote it yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
So we got time for a couple more. What do you got for us next?
We're going to do one called Golden Lasso. And I have to shout out NPR because this came from an NPR story. I think I was listening to 1A, and there was an interview going on where it was a son and his mother. And the son had founded an LGBTQ outreach program. And he was talking about how he had spent most of high school in the closet, and of course, you know, that had terrible effects on his mental health. And that every time he thought that maybe it was just too much and maybe he didn't want to be around anymore, his mother's love was this golden lasso that kept pulling him back from the brink. And of course, I'm listening to this while I'm working in the morning, just weeping. And he went on to say that when the time came for him to figure out what he wanted to do in life, he took that golden lasso that was his mother and turned it into a net to help others. So I wrote a song about that.
Breeze dancing on a windowsill, cicadas screaming on high, hands shaking in the summer chill, tucking the stars behind each of my eyes. I think how effortless this all could be, to not forget this and yet still be free. There amidst the waves of hazy blue is a golden lasso, on the other side is you. Slow dancing with amphetamines, ditching town on a cloud, replaying words they said to me, till the tape starts writhing and tumbling out. I think how effortless this all could feel, to blur the lines between what isn't real. Just before I hit the riverbed, a golden lasso's pulling me, and you are on its end. I've seen the beauty of a heart that wants and loves and prays for nothing more than the privilege of the pain, the pleasure, the rain, a subtle revelation, never more to be the same, a halo of light, halo of light. Cast off the chains I made for you, shed my bramble crown, find the wonder sewn into my blues, the green uncovered by the winter's plow. I think how effortless this and about the love you had sent to me. To make the worst of it be not for naught, a golden lasso is the last of what I've got. I'll weave the rope that I was thrown, toss it to you at sea. 'Cause my baby, you are not alone. The hurt you hold in you is what I held in me. I know how helpless this soul could be, to not forget this and yet still be free. There amidst the waves of hazy blue, I'll be there with the golden net, reaching out for you. I've seen the beauty of a heart that wants and loves and breaks for nothing more than the privilege of the pain, the pleasure, the rain, a subtle revelation, never more to be the same, a halo of light, halo of light.
Yeah, Melanie A. Davis and Fate McAfee here on Live Lunch. You leave early in the morning to go on tour, don't you?
We do indeed. We're going to be out on the road for 2 weeks. We're going to go up to the New England area. A lot of places I've never played before. So first, tonight, we're at Wits End in Murray, of course, 514 Main Street. And that'll be Fate's going to play solo first, and then Fate and I will play. And then Family Bags is going to be back in Murray for the first time in over a year. So that'll be tonight. Doors are at 7. And then, yeah, tomorrow we do a full Madness set in Columbus, where half the band lives, at Rambling House, and on up through Pittsburgh, New York City, Salem, Massachusetts, which I'm very excited about. All the way up to Bangor, Maine, and then down through the Great Lakes, Detroit, Chicago, then back down through Southern Illinois.
So busy.
Yes.
So busy. All right, one more?
Yeah, one more. We're going to do a tune called Michelle. This closes out the album, and I wrote it about a friend of mine from high school whose name is Michelle, in a streak of creativity.
Oh me, oh my, oh Michelle, raising hell, but you never know. Living a life like it's some stage show, the lines and parts of which only she knows. Well, you moved into the city. You said this old town was giving you a heartache. Oh yeah, but what did that take? Lonely plane rides in a 24/7 hour pharmacy. Oh my, but aren't you free? Ooh, aren't you free to be who you wanna be? like you never known. The streets are sweet, dark and down below, and you start to like yourself more than you know. And the bands in the bar were strumming so hard that their guitars were about to explode. Yeah, their fingers were shredding into nothing but bloody stumps, playing with just their bones. And the bands in the bar were strumming so hard that the guitars were about to explode. Yeah, the fingers were shredding into nothing but bloody stumps, playing with just their bones. Oh me, oh my, oh Michelle, they're playing for you, can't you tell? For every lonely girl who walked through hell and decided to stick around for a spell.
This is WKMS FM HD Murray, WKMD HD Madisonville, and WKMT Fulton, with news and music at WKMS.org. We're part of the educational mission of Murray State University. Support comes from Etc. Coffee House, located in Lower Town and on Market House Square. Paducah's home for coffee and bubble tea. They're featuring seasonal flavors like their Hike Farms apple cider and golden milk tea, a turmeric and black pepper tea latte. Open 7 days a week. There's more on social media at Etc. Coffee. I'm Tracy Ross. You've been hearing Melanie A. Davis and Fate McAfee on Live Lunch. Science Friday's coming up next. Have a great weekend.